So she's still in China. Is this a regular occurrence for the CCP? Because we've talked about a number of other disappearances. Billionaire entrepreneur Jack Ma a month last year after he made critical comments about Xi Jinping's financial services regulatory framework. Now we've got the sudden deletion, complete deletion of Chinese actress and billionaire Zhao Wei's social media. She's disappeared. The whereabouts of her are unknown, and that's fueling speculation that the government is targeting her as well. Apparently now the CCP is disappearing celebrities who've made a lot of money. They're just too powerful. Desmond, is this something that you know of? The CCP is a regular practice by just disappearing people?
It is a rather regular thing. But to be disappeared for 4 years, I never heard of. That is very unusual.
When she first reappeared, Desmond, one of the first things she asked you was don't publish the book.
Yeah, one of the first things she asked is don't publish book. She actually raised a question to me. I think she's I assume she's asking question under duress. Is she asked the question, what will happen to our son if something happened to you? And then she followed up the question is, how will you feel if something happened to our son?
To your son. And is your son with her in Beijing or here with you in the UK?
He's with me in the UK. This is the first time she talked to his mom over the last 4 years. He's 12 now. So he hasn't talked to her since he was 8.
So Desmond, I mean, this is obviously so concerning for all of us. Do you fear for your own life? I mean, how are you protecting yourself there in the UK?
But the way I look at it is a party state that will throw a woman into a dark cell and throw away the key for 4 years is capable of all evils. So everything is possible.
Anything is possible, but you also have to move forward and hopefully push back, even as they snatch people and throw away the key.
Yes, I think we have to act. In my case, I act on my belief, and I think it's the best thing for the world is to know what CCP and what party China party state is, how things actually gets done in China over the last 20 years of this quote-unquote China rise. And we just have to be brave and act on our belief.
Well, I mean, it's also a different CCP under Xi Jinping's leadership, right? I mean, there was a 40-year period when the world wanted China to open up its markets and the world wanted to have real relations with China. But the CCP is a very different party now because Xi Jinping models himself after Mao Zedong. Isn't that right? Do you see a difference?
I think it's a yes and no. I think, first of all, Xi Jinping, as you said, is a lot more ruthless. He has pursuit of power over all of us. But that's just one aspect of it. The other aspect of it is the party state, the nature of the party state, this Leninist party has never changed. And it's because the systems of this Leninist party enable him to do what he's doing right now.
Desmond, I hope you will come back and share more of your story with us. Thanks for writing this book, and thanks very much for joining us this morning. Desmond Shum. We'll be right back. Welcome back. It is the story China does not want you to know. 5 years ago, Desmond Shum and his wife Whitney were successful entrepreneurs in China. But without warning, Whitney was disappeared by the Chinese Communist Party and never heard from again. That is until Desmond began promoting his new book, detailing their rise and fall from grace in China. Joining me right now is the author of Red Roulette, an insider story of wealth, power, corruption, and vengeance in today's China, Desmond Shum. Desmond, thanks very much for being here with us. We speak a lot on this program about China and the Communist Party. Tell me what happened in terms of your own story, Desmond? Walk us back.
The two of us met early 2000s. We got into a business partnership with the wife of the then premier, Wen Jiabao, and we did mega projects. We built the biggest logistic airport project in China, and we did a Bulgari hotel in Beijing and multiple other business. And we separated a few years ago, but 4 years ago, my Whitney was disappeared by the States and never heard of, not by her parents. They even didn't acknowledge and haven't acknowledged ever taken her. And what happened was I got really angry and I decided to publish my book. And Financial Times and Wall Street Journal decided to publish a story about me and Whitney and the upcoming book on last Friday. And then on Saturday, she reappeared.
What did she say? Where was she? Why was she disappeared? We lost the shot. This is just too strange. The shot went down right after I asked what happened to her. This is not the only high-profile disappearance that we've seen and we've reported about in China. Remember billionaire entrepreneur Jack Ma, which I've spoken about a lot on this program. He was missing for several months last year. Desmond, are you with us?
Yes, I am. The line was dropped.
Please tell us what happened when your wife came back and what she said about the disappearance.
The first question I asked is, what was your charge? And she said it's confidential and she cannot disclose that. And we all know her line, being taped and listened into. And then she asked me not to publish the book. I think the reason they let her out on Saturday with the news story broken spotlight on her case on Friday was because they let her out to ask me not to publish the book.
Where are you right now, Desmond? Don't tell me exactly where you are, but you are in America today.
I'm in the UK, and I've been here for several years now.
Yeah. Okay, and what about your wife?
She has been in Beijing before her disappearance, and she's out of the dark cell, and then she's in Beijing.